Rosie O'Donnell's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her, she's a slob. She talks like a truck driver. She doesn't have her facts. She'll say anything that comes to her mind. And, you know, her show failed when it was a talk show. She failed on that. The ratings went very, very low and very bad, and she got essentially thrown off television. Her magazine was a total catastrophe. She got sued. And, I mean, she's basically a disaster. Well, she called me a snake oil salesman. And, you know, coming from Rosie, that's pretty low, because when you look at her and when you see the mind is weak. I don't see it. I don't get it. I never understood. How does she even get on television? And Barbara Walters is great. She's a great woman. I believe Barbara made a terrible mistake putting her on, and I think Barbara's probably paying a big price.
Let's get the latest on that bizarre Donald Trump-Rosie O'Donnell feud. You know, it all started over the Miss USA scandal and then quickly escalated into a high-profile, very personal war of words. CBS 2's Deborah Garcia tells us what happened in today's Round 2.
Round 2 of the TV mom versus the real estate don saw Rosie O'Donnell keeping tight-lipped. Well, sort of.
Frankly, here's my comment to him.
But the Donald was still raging.
Believe me, Barbara Walters, in my opinion, rused the day that she put that animal on her show.
The fight began yesterday when the View host made fun of the Miss USA pageant owner and the decision to allow Tara Conner to keep her crown.
There he is, hair looping, going, everyone's begun the circus shed. I'd like to cure cancer and end world hunger. And then I'd like to go to Studio 54 and do some crack.
Her jabs about his hair and finances had the Donald seeing red and threatening to sue the talk show host.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her, she's a slob. She talks like a truck driver. I never went bankrupt, but she said I went bankrupt. So probably I'll sue her because it would be fun.
Outside the View studios, it was all cheers and applause for the outspoken O'Donnell, especially since the recent feud was bound to make for an even better show for this studio audience, though some were disappointed by such a public display of hate during the holidays.
I love Rosie. She's right. Donald Trump is wrong.
I think it's a shame they shouldn't air anything like that publicly.
So now it's up to the Donald to make the next move, and we're all curious to see what he says next.
Well, we're all a little chubby, but Rosie's just worse than most of us. But it's not the chubbiness. Rosie is a very unattractive person, both inside and out.
Now it's Rosie versus Donald Trump. It all started when she criticized him for the way he handled the Miss USA controversy. Well, now, predictably, Trump is firing back. CBS 2's Brendan Keefe has this war of words.
I mean, she's basically a disaster.
Donald, sit and spin, my friend.
The Donald isn't ducking, firing back at Rosie's viewpoint.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her, she's a slob. She talks like a truck driver.
It all started when Odonnell tramped on Trump for pardoning Miss USA Tara Conner.
There he is, hair looping, going, everyone's begun the circus shed.
We're all a little chubby, but Rosie's just worse than most of us. But it's not the chubbiness. Rosie is a very unattractive person, both inside and out.
Everything's not rosy with the Miss USA pageant, according to Odonnell, who imitated a contestant.
I'd like to cure cancer and end world hunger. And then I'd like to go to Studio 54 and do some crack.
It's war, and the next battle may be fought in a court of law. Trump says he's suing Rosie for saying this.
And he's been bankrupt so many times.
I never went bankrupt, but she said I went bankrupt. So probably I'll sue her because it would be fun.
He's going to sue me, but he'll be bankrupt by that time, so I won't have to worry.
And those were the tame Trump sound bites. The Donald says he's going to send some of his friends over to, quote, steal Rosie's girlfriend. It's a battle over who's got the biggest ego, the biggest wallet, and the biggest mouth. Brendan Keefe, CBS 2 News this morning.
I'll probably sue Rosie because she doesn't tell the facts. As an example, I'm worth many billions of dollars. Now, it's not to brag about. I'm worth many billions of dollars. It's very simple. She said I was bankrupt. Now, I never went bankrupt. She said I filed bankruptcy 3 times. I never filed bankruptcy. I never went bankrupt, but she said I went bankrupt. So probably I'll sue her because it would be fun. I'd like to take some money out of her fat ass pockets.